Razork going bot.
It's a good proactive play by Razork. The question is, will there be any sort of punish from MKOI's side? Razork is really delayed in his jungle clear, and he did so to get the heal and the flash from Supa. If LYON can get double crab out of this, I think MKOI could be relatively happy. While if Razork is able to clear all his camps and just get the crab as planned, he's looking to go for it right now with the push from Fnatic. But MKOI, they want to contest this.
Step up. It feels like a little bit of fake. LYON hovering. Just got a vision. Level 4, ready to kick the fight up. But if Supa dies, it might not matter. The barrier's there. A little bit of extra shielding, but Supa's now going to fall. Lethal Temple fully stacked for upset. They should at least be able to kill Razork, but can LYON make it out to safety? Flash away. Lospa and upset chasing down Alvaro. Desperate to get one more kill to further push this in their favor. Flash forward from Lospa as he takes another. LYON debating if he can go back in because it's Jojo Pune on the way forward. Flash, 5-point strike into the Shroud, looking for the Shuriken flip, connects onto upset, wants to finish off, wants to go for full style points. LYON grabs one, Jojo will grab the other.
Jojo, are you kidding me? The Fnatic bot lane made such a great play to set themselves ahead, but Jojo finds the craziest roam timer, gets over the wall and equalizes the lead. It starts off with Fnatic wanting to punish the fact that Supa's already invested the flash, and they go on to him, but that costs them Razork's life as LYON is able to take him down. But the Yunara Lulu, they have so much damage, so much DPS, that they can run down LYON, force his flash, and Alvaro, he holds his flash for a little bit too long, so that when Lospa flashes in, gets the last auto attack and the Pix finishes him. But Jojo was able to push in mid, get the roam down towards bot lane, and like, we've talked about how he's been the difference maker, how he's made so much for MKOI. And this is like a game.
But Jojo is playing a champion with agency. Jojo's playing a champion that can leave its lane and solo kill people. Upset needs time. And that's going to make things so difficult for Fnatic.
And now Jojo Pune has hit that level 6. He's gotten this lead before level 6. Akali before level 6 is not a very scary champion. It's really at that spike that she starts to ramp up. Now MKOI are pushing forward. Lospa has no flash, continues getting slowed.
Becomes lightning connects, Lospa will fall. Nice angle from the side of MKOI. Upset continues to fight, but is going to be forced back here. Razork not able to come down, wanted to focus on that jungle clear. Couldn't afford to... Yep, full permission for LYON to go for this dive. Great use of that information as Upset and Lospa try to clear it away, but they do need to be incredibly careful. Arrow goes on the Lospa, Wild Growth used now as Upset tries to get a little bit of damage back to dissuade anything else coming out. Jojo Pune on the way. Is Upset going to die as well? Lospa immediately popped. TP to the bottom lane. Razork intercepting Jojo. I'm not sure if they went out on that one. Vladdy TPing down. Jojo almost going to find the kill. Forced to flash out. Nice play from Razork. Rook goes down onto Vladdy, but MKOI get one, and they're able to walk away relatively on. EQ combo interrupted! The knockback stops it from connecting. Mirwen going to grab that kill. Things are going from bad to worse for the side of Fnatic.
Good presence of mind by Mirwen there. Opening inside of the jungle. Covers his own jungler's red buff, and Razork, when he wants to go for the invade.
Okay.
Upset getting cancelled. He's going to be able to clear the mid wave, but everything is kind of falling apart for Fnatic, and it's happening in such a slow manner that it feels difficult for them to mount a comeback. Maybe they can look for Mirwen here, but still tanky with the Road of Ages.
Yeah, they don't have damage. I mean, Malignant
The thing is, Mirwen needs to fight Saboro, and Mirwen doesn't need to fight Saboro because he can just use his Q on the wave.
Oh,
didn't get spotted.
Vladdy going in, quick stun, Bear is there, Counter-Strike is there, good damage on Mirwen, they know he has no ultimate, trying to heal him as much as he can. Saboro get the shutdown! Mirwen and myself overestimating his tankiness there when Vladdy is in the picture, but MKOI immediately respond with a cross map of their own top wave pushing, mid tower down.
The patience of Vladdy paid off in the end as they got the 500 gold shutdown, and Saboros can be able to pick up the bot tower. And because there's no top tower on, there's no tower on top, that means that Vladdy is not going to lose any minions as he's now able to catch that wave. MKOI though pick up the mid tower, pick up the Herald. So no slouches of their own.
Continuing to trade up, although it is 1-1 in Drake's. One spawning in 3. I think we'll see any early Baron takes here, but we need to keep our eyes on where this Herald is going to go. Oftentimes it is mid-tier 1, but mid-tier 1 is already down.
You think Vladdy's going to get solo kill there? I do wonder if Jojo was thinking there if Vladdy uses the stun on the wave. That was maybe the trigger that he was looking for to dash forward.
He's got Bear. There's an angle. But I think there's probably some nerves also present on both sides because you just...
I want to fight for the red buff here.
Razork Comes Lightning. Alvaro, good angle to get the fight kicked off. Two members charmed up. Arrow immediately in onto Razork. He doesn't even have time to push a single button. Alvaro in the midst of 4. Counter-Strike a decent start. Has to leap strike away, but it's knocked back by Mirwin into the waiting arms of all 5 members of MKOI. Jojo trying to get tricky with it. Nice knock up on the wild growth. Immediate polymorph to follow. The second half of Shuriken Flip will take him away and out to safety. MKOI starting to dominate in this game 3.
It's a disaster for Fnatic. 2 members down. They're going to lose the tier 2 as well. Razork went too deep with the EQ, and it cost them so much. As LYON is going to get the drift. It's going to hit the tower.
Oh,
he
okay.
missed.
All right. I think it should just keep going until you hit a tower, personally. I don't think it should time out. I think you should be able to drive as long as you want.
Yeah, why not?
But good attempt from LYON. The angle not quite there. And now a 5,000 gold lead. Remember this game started with such a scrappy exchange on the bottom side that felt like both sides got something out of it?
I remember
too. Now it's looking like
Razork just gets full CC chain, not really much for him to do. And then Sabora TP's in, but it's like your jungler's already dead. Vladdy's clearing top wave because he's been losing push this whole game. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Annie was good into Akali, but it looks like he's just losing early game, mid game, late game. When is this pick useful then?
A little bit of context. Akali spawned with a Hextech alternator, so
That's
it is
true,
a little bit tough. Okay, well, there you go.
What the hell?
Support delete is season 3, baby. He's deleting supports. That's gonna be ulti from Vladdy, though. It's a good stall. Razork there ready to follow. Mega Blast Cone knocks Jojo so far back with the E2. Already ready on to upset. Upset forced to flash away. Saburo with the Counter-Strike. Decent damage down, but he needs so much time if he wants to work through those health bars. Flash over the wall from Vladdy. Knockback on the cast coming in from Mirwin. Getting lower and lower as LYON tries to hold the line. Jojo looking for an angle in, but it's Mirwin down. LYON looks like he might be next to follow as Vladdy grabs a shutdown. E2 from Jojo is big. Flash over the wall to take him away. Razork flashing over to give Saburo away to continue chasing. Mega Blast Cone there for Jojo. One auto, the shutdown! Triple shutdowns for Fnatic!
The gold lead has evaporated for MKOI as it starts off with Lospa getting one shot. It looks so bad for Fnatic, but Vladdy finally making use out of this Annie. He catches Supa and Alvaro off in rotation, gets a 2-man Tibbers, followed by the Cataclysm. They're immediately one shot, and that means that the fight is finally winning for Fnatic. Upset has to flash away to not get one shot by Jojo, and Jojo, all credit to him. He plays this fight really nice, really patiently. The fact that he's able to pick off Upset in the back half shows how skilled he is on this Akali. And it's been such a difficulty for Fnatic, but they took down the remaining members, and in the end they were able to take down Jojo too.
Smite, one last auto. Along with the red buff, just to finish it. And now it's dead even.
Dead even.
Welcome to MKOI vs Fnatic, folks.
Magikarp used Splash.
That he did. Really bad time to turn back into Magikarp. We were preparing the victory speech. The banners were rolled out. The red carpet was there. It felt like smooth sailing. But now Upset has 2.5 items. Things are looking better and better because Saboro's also starting to hurt. 2 items for him, and now we're getting ready for a complete fist fight next to the Drake. Alvaro's ulti's ready.
Deep flank here. Very deep flank from Saboro. He's not on a ward. He can look for Supa.
Arrow goes wide. Ulti not very good from Alvaro either. Saboro on the backside. Upset still standing for now, trying to get as much space as possible. Likely just going to fall to Jojo Pune in the meantime, but what else can they get done? Vladdy getting lower and lower. The split fight, though. Saboro has to make the difference. LYON down. Razork probably likely to follow. The bear continues to chase, but Jojo Pune remains relatively untouched and almost single-handedly carries that fight for MKOI.
Jojo Pune just shuts the door into Fnatic's face. I need a replay. How did he get onto Upset and just kill him like that? I thought this fight looked pretty good for Fnatic rather, with the flank that's
so good. CS.
Fighting.
Ulti. Oh, ulti. We're in trouble now. Running in. Body slam. Auto. This shit's going no, but it's Razork who's looking to collapse onto Alvaro, stopping the ulti from coming through, which just barely clips Upset. Nice start, forcing out an early cleanse. Off to the side is Vladdy, though. He isn't going to do a damn thing! He stacks the stun up just to die! It's once again, Jojo Pune has a good angle. He and LYON tag teaming through the fight. All of MKOI collapsing now onto Fnatic. Upset untouched over the wall, but he just doesn't have the time or the space to get anything done. A good wild growth, a good counter-strike. But Jojo Pune still pushing forward, looking for a little bit more. LYON debating if they can push for the dive. For now, though, happy to look at the last man standing. It is Upset standing alone under this tower. Nowhere left to go. LYON grabs the kill.
And MKOI, they strike back, getting 2 kills of their own. Fnatic were the ones to start the play. But a pretty suboptimal TP by Vladdy. I think, you know what I think we can say? I think we can say that TP sucked.
Let's see it again. No, yeah.
He's in the middle of all of them. I mean, Alvaro seems to be the one caught, but now Vladdy TP's in, he has Jojo behind him and LYON in front. Not exactly the sandwich he was looking for. And then Upset gets CC'd as well, and the fight is already lost.
Yeah, not the sandwich he was looking for, but I don't know if it was well said, but I like it. Yeah, you can see when Jojo Pyun gets to press E twice and Q you to finish a kill. That's bad. You need to make him put a little more work into it than that, I think it's safe to say. And for this, there's no outplaying this. There's just nowhere to run. I usually get nervous when he plays this because, again, I think proactive engage for both Alvaro and LYON is like the key to success for
MKOI. Face check Mirwin here.
Body slam, combo, knock back into LYON. Immediate follow-up, arrow coming through as well. Razork, the Wild Growth's going to be used. Vladdy off to the side. They have to kill Jojo Pyun, but he's in the shroud. They polymorph him. They turn him into a little snowbound, and now they're going to try to send him packing in a body bag, but all they get is a quick dash out and a pick onto Razork.
Razork, he face checks into Mirwin, and the fight just doesn't start out how Fnatic wants it. It's going to be the Drake for MKOI. Probably not much else since they don't want to look for the Nash. I feel like MKOI maybe just could have went for the Nash instead of the Dragon. But that's what their prize shall be.
I think,
I don't know how it works. I'm not the lawyer.
That's true. We need a lawyer to talk about where we can get our lawyers from. This is tough. This is what it's like to be in business. All right, anyway, esports. Fnatic grouping up, painfully aware that a single exposed carry could cost them the game. They're grouping mid. Sidewaves in a relatively good spot, and now a pretty fast collapse here on LYON. They spot Jojo Pyun. Hopefully they spot the TP as well. They're all immediately turning them with that Akali out of the picture, but she's in this round already, and it's an amazing ult from Alvaro. Silvero goes golden right as the McHale's comes in. It's a coordination disaster for Fnatic and a masterclass from MKOI.
And Alvaro, he hits them with the ultimate and he seals their fates. MKOI, they get the Nash, they get 3 kills. And it has to feel like it's all over for Fnatic. That was the last chance to try to pick up LYON, but they just don't have the position that they need to do to really do so. Oh, they want to go into Jojo, but I don't think they can. TP behind from Mirwin. Mirwin has the flash. He could go, but doesn't want to go too deep here.
All right. Couple piece of bread, nothing between. Bit of a nothing burger there as MKOI now keeping the pressure up. They're not even resetting. I think it makes a lot of sense. You're already so powerful, you know there's not really anything that Fnatic are going to be able to pick up. Yes, it's 3 items for Upset, but he doesn't have any armor pen either. Knocking open the base, taking down an inhibitor would be a good position to be in. Still got Jojo splitting for the 4-1.
Jojo is both with no TP. Maybe Fnatic, it's so hard to engage though.
They off on the side. Vladdy desperate.
Oh, Saburo really deep TP. This looks really
an awkward one. Now Jojo Pyun immediately gets back on trying to hold on to the Upset. The shutdown is there though, and Upset is still standing. LYON pressing guard, keeping him alive for now. Flash forward, ulti there. Ulti back up for Alvaro though, holding the line. The arrow connects onto Laspa. Silvero wants to do something, but there's just too much damage on this MKOI lineup. They finally killed Jojo, and it might just cost them the game.
You may slay Jojo, but you won't kill anybody else. MKOI, they're looking at their nexus, eyes set. Fnatic want to try to defend. Upset is up. Vladdy, can he find the stun?
Depends, but it just doesn't feel like enough. Super raining fire down on those towers. Dash in for Mirwin, immediately polymorph. Decent damage coming in for Upset, but it's just not enough. There's too many members of MKOI standing right in melee range, ready to knock them down. At the end of the day, it's MKOI coming out on top.
Jojo Pyun and LYON. What a fantastic performance from the mid-jungle of MKOI. Really put the team on their back. They felt like maybe we can do a double player of the game, you know, like give it both to them. Can we give it to both?
We can.
Can't?
You guys at home have to make the hard decision. I'm sorry to put this pressure on your shoulders, but player of the series.
I guess Jojo
Pyun, Alvaro, let the people decide.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm part of the people. I'm a person.
Yeah. No. I agree. Here we are, a bow from MKOI again. Trusting in the process in the long term. It was messy, but at the end of the day, they need wins on the board, and wins are what they got.
Yeah, 2-game win streak now for MKOI after the road trip. Bouncing back. It's not been clean. It's been pretty damn messy, and a lot of players, I think Supa, for example, today was struggling quite a lot. But